Hello again, everyone. So today's been a very eventful day, to say the least. So I apologize. There wasn't really opportunities or a good situation in which to film during the day. So I'm just basically filming now as I'm going back to where I'm spending the night in Colonia Buena Vista with that Oblate house I was talking about before. So, well, where to start? I guess I had a slow start to my day because I kind of got locked in. There's an electric gate and there's only one key, and the other guy left with that electric key. So I couldn't open the gate to get out. But once I did get a start to my day, I went to Bregas and Morias. And when I went there, talked to some people, I bought them some cement for a project that they have going on. They're making a bit of a garden for the young people. They're going to put in some swings, they're putting in a little playhouse, plus obviously the plants and trying to beautify it. So I bought cement to help with that, and then they told me about, some of the people I had known from there. Because it was about 5 years at this point when I actually lived here consistently. So I asked about a kid, Luis is his name, and they said he was in a home where, basically without parents. So I asked about where that was and if I could go there. So I ended up taking another young man with me. He's 22 now, but I guess he had lived there. And we went and visited him. And so this kid, Luis, I guess he's now 13. So he was around that age of 7 to 8 when I had lived here before. So anyway, I went and visited him, and I actually asked about if he was potentially adoptable. Do an international adoption, since obviously I know him, I love him, he loves me. No, he's a good kid. He's got some problems because he's got HIV and some cognitive kind of setback. But honestly, I think he'd be perfect for me. But I ended up going to DIF, asking them. It sounds like what would probably be the major roadblock is it sounds like the laws here say I have to be 17 years older, and I'm only 15 years older than him. So it'd be off by 2 years, which is honestly very sad. So they were gonna check into some things and call me back, but I did some of my own checking up on stuff, and the way things are currently, I don't know that I'm gonna be able to get around that. But we'll just see, I guess. But I think I already know my answer. And after that, I ended up helping another kid I'd known since he was young. A kid who I've mentioned before. I helped get him into a drug rehabilitation center, which took up a huge portion of my day. Got things set up where the church is gonna help pay for things, but I'm gonna be donating to the church, just to have that method of getting the money to them, from the United States without all the difficulties and issues. That's how we're gonna do it. So I dropped him off, so I had to go across Tijuana yet again, because I already went across Tijuana once to visit this child, this 13-year-old. And then I had to go all the way across Tijuana yet again for this drug rehabilitation place. It was difficult for this teenager. It's difficult for the family. I mean, I'll be very blunt about it. It reminds me a lot of a kind of prison. And the reason why I say it reminds me a lot of a bit of a prison, sorry for the bumps. The reason why it reminds me a lot about a prison is because it's 2 gates that are locked. And so you have to enter through those locked gates. Someone has to open it up for you. That's just the way it works with drug addiction. They gotta keep you there until you can get past it. So it's tough for a teenager, a 17-year-old to go through that. But I was telling the family on the ride back, it's not too different from my experience, in the sense that I joined the military and it was a huge change, and yes, you're basically locked into it. If I left boot camp, then I would be imprisoned. I couldn't just leave boot camp. And they were there to transform me, right? Well, this rehabilitation center, they're there to transform this kid. So we'll see what comes of it, but I'll be spending plenty more money on top of all the other money I've spent to try and help get this kid fixed up. And I really hope it works out, because he's had a rough life. He's had a dad who's been murdered, and I guess things spiraled out of control when that happened. But it seemed that me being present, me talking to him, had a huge influence on him. So that's a good thing. It's very positive. Yesterday when I tried contacting him, he just felt so much shame that he honestly didn't even want to come talk to me. I had to go away, do some other stuff, go back to that community, and then he was willing to talk. And I think he was on drugs at the time, which did not help things at all. So he finally got to talking to him. He seemed to calm down. He seems to calm down a lot around me and help him to commit to changing. So I was just glad I could help. I was glad I could help get him in that place where he would try and change. I was glad to be in that position where I could, help financially, the support system in place. Anyway, it's been a rough day, but it's been a good day. So that's day 3 of Tijuana for me, and tomorrow's going to be kind of a short day. I'm not going to be coming out here to this other community. I have to cross the border, get my flight out. So I'll just stick around here for breakfast and hopefully see one of my other friends. We'll just see how things happen, how things go. So, but it's been good. Hopefully I made a difference. Hopefully I made things a tiny bit better. And that's all that matters in life. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and take care.